Bring some of the beneficial effects to the intestinal linings, which helps in reducing the impairment of the gut barrier. The glutathione can also be absorbed as a whole molecule that goes through the intestine into the bloodstreams and other tissues and cells. So from here you can see that when it breaks down in the GI tract, it can also get resynthesized in the intestine and then get absorbed into the bloodstreams. So finally, glutathione can also be broken down and the individual component gets absorbed into the blood and then being resynthesized in our cells with the help of the ATP regeneration. So this is one of our in-house studies being done on the absorption and bioavailability of glutathione. So in these studies, we have it is conducted for 7 months, a 1 month washout period, and we gave the subjects glutathione at a different level, in different dosage, 250 milligrams as well as a 1 gram per day. So we can see during this period of time, the glutathione levels generally increase. So you can see the blue bar, the one on the most right side, actually is a 7 month, which means that after they take like 6 months, they do this study, they measure the glutathione level after they stop it for 1 month, and it was shown that the level decreased. So we recommend that you continuously taking these supplements to maintain the high glutathione level in your body. So this is a summary of the absorption of oral glutathione that I have mentioned earlier. So glutathione actually helps in several functions, and I will dive into it in the following slides. So the first one will be glutathione providing its antioxidant protection. So as mentioned earlier, the reactive oxygen species from our daily stress will damage the different components of our cells and develop into various diseases and aging. So generally, glutathione exhibits its effect through the antioxidative action as well as the detoxification actions. So oral glutathione supplementation will be an effective way in preventing or treating the oxidative stress-related diseases like the cancer, diabetes, malnutrition, aging. Okay, so it has been reported that when we do exercise, it will increase the ROS, the reactive oxygen species production, via a several pathway. And this would affect our exercise performance by accelerating the muscle fatigue and muscle damage. So it was suggested that oral glutathione supplementation will help in improving the sports performance. So this is a studies about glutathione in sports performance. So it was shown that oral glutathione helps to maintain high level of glutathione reduced level in the blood by helping in suppressing the oxidation of the reduced form glutathione into glutathione oxidized. Okay, so this is another studies being done on the sports performance using glutathione. So it was shown that the oral glutathione supplementation helps in improving the muscle acidifications as well as inducing aerobic metabolism. So the lower the lactate level that you can see on the left side as compared to the placebo group is lower at the 30 minutes, which is during the exercise, which means that it helps with the sports performance so that you feel less fatigue during the exercise. And for the fatigue inertia means that the tiredness after after the exercise, it was shown that the glutathione supplement taking subjects is having a less fatigue feeling after the exercise. So the next function of glutathione to our body is that it will help in enhancing the immune system. So glutathione does have a regulatory role in the immune function, and the decreased glutathione level are associated with increased susceptibility to infection. So from here you can see with the increased glutathione level, the virus infection rate will be decreased. So studies have shown that glutathione will help with the inhibition of the virus proliferation, which means the virus growing, as well as helping in the hemagglutination, which helps the virus to bind to reduce the virus to bind to the cells. Okay, so this is another in-house studies that shows that the NK cells cytotoxicity, the ability for NK cells to destroy the harmful bacteria, increase, and also the lymphocyte proliferation, which means the reproduction of the red blood cells increase after 3 months of oral cereal supplementation. Next up, I will be talking about how cereals help with promoting detoxifications. So our liver is actually the primary organ that detoxifies the harmful substances in our body. So when glutathione is diminishing, when the glutathione level is reducing, the high reactive oxygen species remains present and undetoxified, which will lead to the cell death. Okay, so oral glutathione supplementation can increase the glutathione level in our body and improve the liver function through the antioxidant effect as well as the detoxification effect. So it was also shown that glutathione does have some effects in helping on the liver because of the alcohol consumption. So excess alcohol consumption will increase the reactive oxygen species, which will lead to the cell damage and lipid peroxidations. Also, the acetaldehyde, which is a metabolic product when we consume alcohol, will cause hangover. So alcohol is absorbed from the stomach. It's absorbed from the stomach and intestine and metabolized in the liver. So the excess alcohol consumption will cause increase in the reactive oxygen species as well as the acetaldehyde. So glutathione here, it will help to decrease the reactive oxygen species and protects the liver via the antioxidant as well as the detoxification effect. Yeah. So it also helps in reducing the hangover effect after your consumption of alcohol. So the next benefits that I think that you are very familiar with is that glutathione can help in improving the skin health. Yes, so this is actually a mechanism that shows how the UV rays will cause like the skin pigmentations. So the excess UV exposure will cause this oxidative damage to the skin by producing the excess melanin. So what we can do to turn our skin brighter, as what most ladies here would wish to have, is to have their brighter skin. So we could try to inhibit this melanogenesis in the melanocytes, which is the cells that forms the melanin that cause the skin pigment. So another step is that to inhibit the production of the eumelanin, the dark color melanin, and produce more pheomelanin, which is the light color melanin, which helps in the skin whitening effect. And lastly, to increase the skin exfoliation, where the melanin will be shed off from the old tissue, which is the dark melanin. Okay. So in the top of our skin layer, so when UV rays in contact with our skin, it activates the reactive oxygen species and activate the tyrosinase, which will produce the dark spots, the melanin that causes the dark spots. So glutathione here being an antioxidant will help in preventing and increasing the amount of glutathione to inhibit the melanogenesis and inhibit this tyrosinase from producing these dark spots that causes the dark spots on skin. So glutathione is able to inhibit the melanogenesis by inhibiting the several studies being published that shows that glutathione inhibits the melanogenesis reaction. In-house studies over here that is being studied in Thailand that glutathione helps in improving the melanin index. So it is beneficial. So it's beneficial with skin brightening on the face and arms over a 12 weeks period of consumption. So it was also shown that with a 250 milligrams per day dosage of central glutathione, it contributes to the wrinkle reductions in the middle-aged female subjects. So lastly, glutathione's functions benefits in helping in boosting the nitric oxide production. So nitric oxide here helps in our muscle building, but primarily helps in the blood flow and oxygen consumption, which are highly applicable for sport performance boosters. So the suggested mechanism here is that glutathione will increase the nitric oxide production by inhibiting the reactive oxygen species, and also will cause more nitric oxides to be produced to help in the sports performance. So some safety information. So general studies have shown that up to 1 grams of the glutathione administrations will not cause any problem. And for our Serra, it has been safely used as a dietary supplement ingredient for more than 15 years in the US market. So in summary, glutathione is the most abundant and important antioxidant in our body. So the glutathione deficiency is associated with the various oxidative stress from our daily life, leading to various diseases and disorders. So oral glutathione supplementation will be an effective way to correct or prevent glutathione deficiency. So lastly, glutathione has a various physiological benefits as mentioned earlier, which is a type of amino acids. So amino acids plays a very important role in our body as it is the basic building blocks of protein. So the intake of citrulline will increase the vasodilation, which helps in improvement of our blood flow by increasing the availability of blood flow. It will promote the blood circulation, improving the vascular health, helping with the sports performance, even with the man's erectile functions, and also lastly the brain functions. So for promoting the blood circulation, this is a study being done, in-house study being done to measure the peripheral blood volume. So it was conducted with the healthy female participants who experienced a poor circulation. So by taking the citrulline supplements at 3.2 grams per day, it was shown that the recovery of skin blood volume increased after the participants dips down their hand in cold water. So from the right side, you can see the laser picture imaging. So for the citrulline taking group, it was showing that the blood flow is better as compared to the baseline. So this is another in-house studies involving both male and female subjects using a thermography to measure the change in the body surface temperature after taking these citrulline supplements. So with an oral citrulline intake of 0.8 grams, it has significantly increased the surface area in the neck, shoulders, and right arm for the subjects. So the next benefits will be improving the vascular